on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Truck is running behind me. We got parts on the front porch. It's gonna be a good day. Now, before we jump into that, we're gonna go on a little test drive because on the video where I installed the intake and took it for a test drive, the turbo is incredibly louder, but because of my stupid self not buckling my seatbelt, which a law-abiding citizen should do, the dinger kept going off and just made it very annoying and just stupid because you couldn't really hear it. Now, some of it could be the camera didn't pick it up very good. I don't really know. But we're gonna take it for another test drive because the second part that we're installing kind of in conjunction with the intake may actually make the turbo a little bit louder than it already is already. So we're gonna do a little before and after here. Also, guys, if you missed the video where I installed the decal in the back window, be sure to check that out. I'll put a link for that right in the corner, either this corner or that corner, I don't really know. And we got Paisley back here, just kind of waiting for the ride. But definitely check out the video with the decal. It actually looks pretty good in the cab, especially looking back at it. The only thing I didn't try yet is opening the window, and I'm really scared to do it, which I think it's fine. It's just so sketchy because I was waiting for it to peel off, but I'll have to look at that and make sure it didn't do anything, but it did open. So let's see if you guys can hear the turbo now. We'll open some windows here. Hopefully the camera picked that up for you guys. Don't know if it did, but hopefully it did. So we're gonna pop the hood here. Hopefully it cooled down by now. I don't know if it really did. It might be super hot yet. Kind of feels like it is. These things hold heat like crazy. It's ridiculous. But we may still try and get it done. Worst case scenario, we'll wear some gloves, I don't know. But we'll show you what the new part is. And we're gonna get a crap ton more airflow. We have a Banks 3.5-inch monster ram right here. Should have I went with a 4-inch? I don't know, maybe, probably not. I don't see me getting super crazy with as far as engine mods and everything go. But look at that beautiful red. And also, they even sent a license plate holder. We got all our hardware here, got our fuel line, and this one is supposed to give a lot more CFMs and a lot more airflow, and I don't have the numbers in front of me to know exactly what they are, but Banks website, they have all that stuff. And you know, I've been following a lot of Gale Banks information, videos and stuff that he's posted, and seems like a really smart guy, and I don't know, just seems like a cool dude. So we're gonna try and install this. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll see how well it goes, and we'll see the gains, hopefully. I know a lot of times you can tell gains better with a manual transmission, but obviously we don't have that. So we'll see if we can sense any gains. If not, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll sense something, whether it be a louder turbo, a little bit more power, torque, anything like that, because it's gonna be getting more airflow. Basically, it's pretty much just unplug some wires, and we're skipping a lot of steps since some of the other parts fell off. But, and I know we gotta replace the fuel line too, so I think we gotta pop this cover off back here. Remove it from the boot. Pop these, I think there's 5 bolts. You got 2 on each side, 1 in the center. And then obviously we got to pop our boost tube off for our gauge, or our boost pressure gauge. So seems pretty simple. This thing is incredibly restrictive compared to the new one. This freaking thing is hot too. I've been burning myself. So I hope you guys heard the turbo noise earlier, because the engine is still very hot. I hate to touch this with my dirty hands, but if we just flip the new one over here and set them side by side, look, they look obviously the same size because of the mounting plates, or the mounting points. But if you look, I mean, this is all open. This, and it's hard to tell because of the soot. I mean, not at all. There's hardly an opening there at all. And I don't know why it's so hard to show you guys in the camera. Walk here in the shade. And it's still hard to see, obviously. But you can kind of see the opening there. Very little opening. So even, I mean, you got that throttling valve in there. It's just so much more open. You can't even see daylight through this one. That tells you how not open it is. That sucks. First thing before we do anything is we're gonna disconnect the old fuel line. And I'm not doing a grid heater delete, so that's gonna stay, but we gotta disconnect this fuel line here. So it's best to do that right now while everything's out of the way. And once we get that out, then I'd say our best bet is gonna be install the new fuel line right away. We can put in all of our sensors and other gizmos from the stock. The only thing we really had to do was swap out the map sensor, which we've done. Install the plugs, which they send you. There's going to be 4 of them, and that's for water meth injection, which we don't have. And also we got to put in that plug. So at this point, we're ready to install it. And how you do that is you're going to take one of these bolts that they supply you with. Already has basically a washer head on it. You're gonna drop that down the center, because the stock intake only had 5 mounting points. This one has 6, and it drops down through there, and they supply you with a hex key. You're gonna send that down as well, and that's pretty much it. She looks mighty fine under the hood. We ended up rerouting our boost gauge tube. These are ports actually made for these accessories, so we could utilize the actual bolt that they sent with to tighten everything down. They were supposed to send a 3/8 plug for that. I had a makeshift something for that to plug that hole off. Otherwise, everything seemed to work pretty good as far as installing. Everything's still a little bit tight and hard to get to, so it does kind of suck as far as that goes, getting kind of around the fuel line back there and everything. But other than that, we got all the bolts tightened and should be ready to fire it up. Gonna do a few last minute checks here, make sure we are 100% good to go. take it for a test drive, see what it feels like, if we got some more boost out of it, stuff like that, and see what happens. It definitely seems to be a little bit louder again, and it seems like it spools a little quicker. It definitely seems like it spools a little bit faster than it did before. So we'll get a good pull here. Yeah, turbo's definitely louder, and it's definitely pulling more air. I can definitely feel that. You can definitely hear that too. So we'll do it with the windows up, because I also know what it sounds like with the windows up inside the cab. And again, I do apologize. I don't know how much the camera's picking it up, but I got the seatbelt buckled this time, so you won't have to listen to the stupid annoying dinging. Yeah, it definitely pulls a little bit harder and longer. I feel like the turbo before was not necessarily dropping on its face, or falling on its face, but it was building up boost to about, and I guess it depends on how far you have the throttle pushed in, and there's a lot of variances. But I just feel like before it would go creep up about 30, creep maybe a little bit higher, and then kind of just fall back down even when you didn't even move the pedal. Now, and again, I may be holding the pedal a little bit further too, so there's going to be some more testing that needs to be involved in this, but now it seems like it just holds that boost because it has the air supply. So seems like a successful install, and we got to do a little bit more tests. And again, it's on stock tuning right now, so we're not doing anything crazy. We're not trying to blow our tranny apart, anything like that. But either way, I think it worked out good, and it should make the truck 10 times better. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Any comments, suggestions you want to see, anything on the truck, the Camaro, anything, be sure to let it in the comments section below. We can get another pull here for you guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's good. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you on the next one.